Hello everyone, my name is Whistler and welcome back to another episode of my hardcore series. Today, we'll be hunting down wither skeletons so that we can get a couple more beacons, and we'll also be building a melon and pumpkin farm, because it's honestly been too long and I still haven't got one yet. And I know that my villager setup will be a lot better off with that in my base. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. The first thing we're going to do though is hunt down the wither skeletons. So, just going to make sure I've got some fire resistance potions. Yes, I've got plenty. Excellent. I'm going to brew a couple more though. Fill this shulker all the way up to the top. And I'm actually going to use my new Smite 5 sword for this, because I suspect that this thing is going to be able to kill wither skeletons in one shot. I want to test it out, you know? I've got a lot of high hopes for this. And those are the potions ready, so let's get a move on. Now, I've already got one wither skull from a couple of episodes ago. So I just need 5 more for 6. I've got to say, I like having the random pumpkin pals around in my world now, just to randomly come across them every now and then. I am a big fan of this. No longer limited to Halloween. Right, so I think I'm just going to run around this nether fortress for a bit, and hopefully I will come across some wither skeletons that will give me all the skulls I need. And hopefully it won't take too long. Oh, I've forgotten about these guys. I should probably put these wither skeletons in a boat. I've got another one up there. So I don't really have one in my inventory. I don't particularly fancy going back to the overworld to get one. So I think I'll just try and whip over to this warped forest and try to make one out of these logs. Can you make boats out of these logs? You can make planks, so surely I can make a boat. It's not there. It's not possible. No warped wood boats? Is that the same for crimson wood? Ah, come on! I've just got this floating tree here. Right, so let's test this sword out. Ah, one shot. That is beautiful. Oh, that's too much. But I think I've just remembered I've got a boat in my toolbox here, so let's use that instead. I don't have to go all the way back to the overworld for this. Come over here, folks. Get in the boat. You've just jumped over it. That's not what you're supposed to do. Right, follow me back over here, sir. Mr. Pumpkin Pal. There we go. Right, so I think I've got to box these guys in because I don't want piglins accidentally killing these guys. So yeah, just a box like this will do. Cover those up. And I'm not really getting very many wither skeleton spawns here, so I'm just going to try and expand on the nether fortress a little bit. Try and get some more spawning spaces open, because this is going to take for ages otherwise. I've expanded on the fortress a little bit, but I'm still not really getting any wither skeleton spawns. I think there's too many spawnable spaces outside of the fortress, so I might actually have to go somewhere else, unfortunately. But that's the way life is, I guess. Let's move on to somewhere better. Now, I think I'll try to find the nether fortress that I hope to build a future wither skeleton farm at some point. But to be honest, I've lost it. I have no idea where it is. It's in a basalt delta somewhere, and I think it might even be this basalt delta that I'm in, but I can't find it for the life of me. Right, so I've had to relog and look at the screenshots that I've gotten of the coordinates. So, right, I've got to go this direction. Okay, so I guess I've got to go around this delta then, before I'm able to reach the nether fortress that I wanted. I think it's literally just in that massive chunk of basalt, but I can't see it from here. Ah, here we go. This is the nether fortress I wanted. Now, I think because all of this is just blocks, I don't think there's many spawning spaces outside of the fortress, so hopefully I'm going to get a lot of wither skeleton spawns. Let's just put the chest plate on. Gotta be safe. I'm almost invincible with that thing. Full netherite armor is just so overpowered. Oh, got some wither skeletons already. Give me a skull, please. Give me a skull. Give me a skull. Oh, no, that's coal. And that's coal too. Well, I'm sure I'll get my skulls here a lot quicker, because this fortress is a lot bigger, I think, as well. Oh, there's a second skull. Excellent. Oh, this guy's got the strategy. I can't hit him if he's next to the piglin. Right, anger all of them. I angered them all anyway. Right, I think not too many piglins got angry from that, but I can hear one being angry on the other side of this wall somewhere. Oh, here's another crossroads. Ooh, oh, there's a blaze spawner just there. I like this crossroads. Maybe I'll build a future wither skeleton farm here. Wait, why do I have gold hearts? I've just accidentally eaten a golden apple. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to eat a steak. Oh dear. Right, come here, Skelly. There's too many zombie piglins for me to hit you properly. Right, okay. There we go. Oh, no skull. After all that, not even one skull. Die, piglin. Oh, I love this Smite 5 sword. It's so overpowered. I can't use it on the blazers though, unfortunately. They're not undead. Oh, there's a lot of mobs here. Right, that's one with a skelly down. Plenty of blazers to kill. Oh, hello, sir. No skull. How about you, sir? No skull either. Ooh, there's another one. There we go. There's a third skull. That's what you like to see. Now, I've not actually been inside of this nether fortress, I don't think. I don't think I've actually raided, like, the chests and that sort of stuff. And, ooh, shiny blue rocks. Yes, I will take those. So, let's just put those in the ender chest for now. And, we'll do that with the saddle too. I don't actually have a horse in this world, I don't think, you know. Perhaps I should get one at some stage. I love the fact that I can just kill the zombie piglins. I don't have to worry about anything getting angry with me, because they're already dead. And where did you come from? You weren't there a second ago, sir. Oh, wow. A fourth wither skeleton skull. He wasn't even there, I swear. Right. Come on, give me skulls, please. I need 6. I need 6. Oh, that's 5. Right, okay. One more. One more to go. And that will be us it for the day, I guess. And here's... Right, let's give this guy a go. Yo! Back to back! Wow. How rare is that? I don't think I've ever gotten back-to-back with the skeleton skulls before. Oh, okay. That's very cool. I guess that means we can go back home now, though. Hello, sir. Gonna ambush me on the exit. But yes, let's take these skulls to the end. We'll spawn them under the end portal. And kill the wither a couple times from there. Now, some of you are probably having an issue with the fact that I'm going to cheese this the wither at the moment, but I've already fought it legit once, and that, in my opinion, has earned me the right to farm this mob. So, yeah, let's spawn this thing under the end portal. And we'll spawn it properly, too. Like, this is a method that works, but every now and then, someone messes up on placing the wither under the end portal, and then all hell breaks loose because they think it's been patched, and then they tell everyone else that it's been patched, but it's not actually been patched. They've just messed up. So, as I put on this pumpkin to go into the end realm, I'll show you all how to do it properly, because it does depend a lot on where you place the blocks. Right, so the first thing you want to do is dig under the end portal here. Just give yourself plenty of space so that you can see what you're doing. And you can use F5 mode while wearing a pumpkin to be able to see without the massive pumpkin overlay over your face, which is very useful. So, right, so I've gotten the area under the end portal cleared out a little bit, so let's just place the blocks. So, you want the tail of the wither to be in the direct centre of the end portal, because that's where the wither spawns, on the tail. So I'm just going to put my crying obsidian down there, because it's blast proof, and it's going to remind me of where I am going to spawn the wither. And it's rather framey at the moment. I'm getting a lot of lag, and I have no idea why. I might try and relog and see if that helps. So I don't really know why my laptop's acting up today, but it appears to be doing so. Just most unfortunate. Right, so what you want to do is you want to place the soul sand directly on top of your placing blocks that show you exactly where to place it, and then the only thing you want to do after this is place the skulls, and making sure that there is a 1 block gap between the soul sand and the bedrock from the end portal. And the wither should spawn directly in the centre. And then you can just come down here, give it a good whacking, and yeah, it'll just die. It's rather loud, but it's also rather easy. And there we go, a nether star. Very cool. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to do that again. With the soul sand, with the tail in the centre of the end portal. That's exactly where you want it to be. So wither is trapped here. He can't actually move. But a lot of people mess up and then they panic and think it's been patched. And I just want to stop any misinformation from getting to you guys. It will be known when this thing is patched for real, but for now, it has not been. Come here, wither! Your time has come! And there we go! The second nether star. The third in the world. Right, okay, so that's that done. So I guess we can move on. Right, so for the melon and pumpkin farm, I want to build it on the surface of my base somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure where. I think a good place might be next to the entrance to my mine. Like just here. I think I can fit it rather snugly into this little location here. So yeah, let's get on with that. I think I'll just fill in this cave, because I don't like having a wide open space here, and it's a place that I can't see very often. So yeah, just thought I'd get rid of it. Now, the melon and pumpkin farm that I'm going to build today, though, is by Il Mango, and it involves observers looking at the stems of the melon and pumpkin stalks, and they get updated whenever a pumpkin or a melon grows. So I'm just going to place these jack-o'-lanterns as light sources so that they can grow. A nice little rail system below where the farm is going to be so that I can pick up the drops. And let's just place a nice little dropper system here that's going to take all of my items down into my underground base so that I can have them next to my villages to trade. But yeah, you just want to dig a nice little grid pattern like this with your hoe, and then we'll place observers above the farmland where the stalks are going to be, and then pistons facing downwards everywhere else so that they can break the melons and the pumpkins. Right, and this is the finicky part. So the hitbox of the stalks is not very big. It is a bit difficult to actually make sure you've placed the observers correctly. Hang on, no, please don't walk onto my land. No, oh, don't trample it. How dare you! Like, I'm glad you didn't actually trample the land, but seriously, the first thing you do is just walk straight onto my farmland? You don't even have any good trades that I want. There's only one thing this means. Death! This is what you get for invading my farmland. You really shouldn't have gone on there. Right, so now for the pistons. This is another finicky part. It means you have to crawl under the entire thing to place them. But it is rather doable. I just use my elytra to get into the crawling animation, but you can do this with a trapdoor too. It's easy enough to do. Right, and then I need blocks above the observers, and then note blocks above the pistons, so that they fire when the observers update. Oh, and it's firing already. Right, let's just put the minecart in, and here we go. I think, yeah, I think that's the farm done. So now I just need to create a little transportation system to go underground. Now, where do I want the output for this place? I'd quite like it to be near to my trading hall, but I've not really got much space over here, which is an issue. I think I've got to move a lot of things, is what I'm thinking at the moment. Like, this isn't the best layout. That's for sure. Right, I think I'm gonna move this guy. He doesn't need to be here. I'll put him where I used to have the old cleric that I used to have near the nether portal. Right, there we go. This is your new home, buddy. It's not quite as bland as before, so you've actually had a bit of an upgrade. But yeah, have fun, dude. But yeah, I think I'm just going to use a generic item sorter for this. 9 double chests for the melons and 3 double chests for the pumpkins. Anything else will get turned into bone meal. I think that's a good system to have. Right, so now I've got to dig this very claustrophobic tunnel all the way over to that storage system. It is a little bit sketchy in here, But I've got the coordinates down for where I need to go. So now I just need to add the water streams, break the ice, and place a lot of signs and a lot of blue ice. And all of the items will end up flowing straight down underground. Right, there we go. I think that's the last ice block I need to place. And then after this, I just need to dig straight down, which is rather scary, to be honest. Oh my goodness, I've already dropped into a cave. Okay, let's just block that up. I don't want to have mobs going into my storage system, that's for sure. And I'm already getting pumpkins and melons, that's awesome. Right, back to digging straight down. This is very sketchy. I don't like this. I've got my ears on listening out for lava sources because I don't really have anything to stop myself from falling into that. I've got a water bucket, luckily. Right, I hear chickens. That means I should be close to the end. There we go. Okay, that's the farm entirely done. Storage system done. Transportation system done. Nothing else needs to be done. So we are done. Fancy that. But yeah, so now that the farm's done, I guess we've got to hide this thing behind a build. So let's get on with that. I hope you enjoy that time lapse. Let's go. And welcome back everyone, I hope you enjoyed that time-lapse because I didn't. I don't actually like the build that I've done. I think it looks too big. I need to scale it down just ever so slightly, I think. And unfortunately that means tearing the entire thing down and rebuilding it from the first few blocks, which is most unfortunate, and I don't particularly have the motivation to do that right now, but I'm gonna make sure to do that before the end of the episode, because at the moment this build just looks a little bit too big, too large. But yeah, it's just I don't like it. I do have an issue of being rather self-critical with the things I do. I'm sure some of you are looking at this and thinking, it's perfectly fine, Whistler. But I don't like it. It's not how I wanted it to turn out. Right, while I build up the motivation to do that though, let's get on with some naming. So I've got 2 name tags here for the creepers on the creeper tree. So we've got the radioactive dog and definitely a leaf. I'd just like to say thank you for the name suggestions. The creepers on the tree are getting ever so much closer to being completely finished. So I think there's 7 left to name here, so once we're done with these 2 name tags, there should only be 5, which I'm pretty hyped about. There's not many left. But yeah, let's just name this guy with the definitely a leaf, I guess. Replace the glass block and mark him as complete by removing the dirt. And there we go. That's another creeper complete. There's only 5 left, so if you have any name suggestions that you'd like to give me, be sure to let me know. If I like them, I'll use them. One of these creepers is even a charged boy still. So if you've got a really, really epic name to give to a charged creeper, just go ahead. Let me know. I'd like to hear it. I can't wait for the day that I no longer have dirt blocks on my tree. Tree will be... well, the tree is already officially complete, but it'll be even more complete than before once it's done. Right, so I've gotten the motivation to redo this build now. So yeah, let's kickstart that time lapse off again. Let's go. welcome back everyone. I've completely rebuilt this build. I'm a lot happier with it now. It's just ever so slightly smaller, and I've added a couple more things to it to give it some more visual interest. And yeah, I'm happy with this thing now. Finally. I didn't have this little area off to the side, for example. I think that's added a lot to the build. I'm definitely glad I did that. And I've gotten this box here. The pumpkin pal skeleton that I have had on the cliff over there ended up coming over here, so I had to box him in to get him to stop irritating me. I don't know quite what I'll do with him in the future though. I need a place to put him. The roof no longer looks way too big for the build, and the tower looks a lot better next to it because of it, I think. Like before, this roof took up was like the entire width of the build, and it's just way too big. And it's definitely a lot better now that it's thinner. That's for sure. I'm a firm believer of that. This building doesn't really have an interior, and I didn't really plan on there being one. So this tower, while it looks like it could have something in here, it really doesn't. There's nothing in here. It's just an empty space with a couple of lanterns to make sure it's spawn-proof. And there really isn't an interior down below. I thought I'd just put this jack-o'-lantern here with a fence post, and this is going to be his home from now on. He's going to be barring entry. You cannot trespass in his house. It's his house now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did enjoy, then be sure to leave a like. And if you enjoyed my content, then be sure to subscribe to see more. And I'll hope to see you next time. So on that note, bye! Thanks for watching.